All right, we have another test galaxy for the evening. It's NGC900. I'll give you the data as it develops. This will be the faintest of the night. But because of its size, it should be pretty condensed. NGC900 is a galaxy in Aretus, magnitude 16.7. So if we see this baby, we are having a very good night, despite what I saw earlier during the day. The galaxy is 0.5 by 0.3 arc minutes, a lenticular spiral, 232 million light years distant, means it's probably something about 35,000 light years in diameter. However, this 16.7 once again could be the blue violet. And since it's a lenticular spiral, it's probably magnitude 15.7. All right, we're at right ascension 2 hours 24 minutes with a declination of plus 27 degrees, 21 minutes 22. I'll skip through as this one continues to develop. And we will find that there's a 10.2 magnitude galaxy in Cetus, well to the south. Once again, no view due to the fact that the light is scattering off the apple tree to the south and the east. NGC908, Galaxy Cetus, magnitude 10.2. Look it up if you're in the southern hemisphere or further south. 6.1 by 2.7 arc minutes should give a great view. Spiral with a bar and lowercase c, so you won't see much of a core. 64 million light years distant means this baby's probably around 110,000, 20,000 light years in diameter. We're at right ascension 2 hours 23 minutes 4 seconds with a southerly declination of 21 degrees negative 14 minutes and 2 seconds. NGC 925 is another galaxy further north in Triangulum. Brightish, magnitude 10.1, large 10.9 by 6.2 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar and lowercase cd, so 3.5 times removed. You're not going to see much of a brilliant core in this one, which means this light's going to be pretty well spread out. It'll be interesting to see if you can see any sense of a frontier. 31 million light years distant means it's probably about 90,000 light years in diameter. We're at right ascension 2 hours 27 minutes 16 seconds with a declination of plus 33 degrees 34 minutes and 43 seconds. Continuing on as that one develops. Sure, we'd like to get a 12th magnitude galaxy, 12.0 with a ring. Wouldn't it be nice? Seen several with rings otherwise. Okay, here we go. Here's our next study, just due south. Hey, that's not giving a bad view at all. NGC 936 is galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 10.1, 4.3 by 3.8 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, and lenticular lowercase a, so half removed from lenticular. 60 million light years distant, puts this one about 75,000 light years in diameter. We're at right ascension 2 hours 27 minutes 37 seconds with a slightly southerly declination of minus 1 degree 9 minutes and 20 seconds. The core of this galaxy is brilliant, and you would expect so given the fact it is a barred lenticular. It does have a little bit of extension to it too as well. I'll keep skipping through. There's a 14.2, there's a 12.4, there's another 12.4, there's a third 12.4, 14th magnitude, another 14, third 14, a 12.1, tempting but no go, 13.2, 12.6, 14, 11.8, and it's well positioned in the sky. Nicely positioned on the screen is NGC 949, a galaxy in Triangulum, magnitude 11.8, football shape 2.7 by 1.7, spiral with a lowercase b, so it should have a visible core, bleeding off into its extensions. 34 million light years distant. This one's pretty small, maybe 30,000 light years in diameter. It's got a right ascension of 2 hours 30 minutes 48 seconds with a northerly declination of plus 37 degrees 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Skipping merrily along, magnitude 14, 14.6. There's a nothing. 952 is a nothing in Triangulum. 13.5. Magnitude 12. Ooh, in Cetus. 12. It's not saying 12.0, but it's not saying anything else either. NGC955, that Galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 12, 2.9 by 0.9. Nice aspect ratio, about 3 to 1. Spiral with a lowercase ab, so the core should be reasonably pronounced. 68 million light years distant, puts it about 60,000 light years in diameter. It's got a right ascension of 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 33 seconds, and a slightly southerly declination of -1 degree, 6 minutes, and 30 seconds. I wouldn't look for a galaxy here. This is NGC956, an open cluster in Andromeda, the Princess. Magnitude 8.9, so fainter than the last one we saw, which was 5.5, and smaller, a mere 8 arc minutes, should all fit on the screen. Some 30 stars, the brightest of which are magnitude 9, spread out as a class 4, 1, which means the stars are roughly in the same magnitude. Its right ascension is 2 hours, 32 minutes, and 30 seconds, with a declination of 40 plus 44, 35, 37. Skipping along, there's another open cluster in Perseus, but it's too far north. There's a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 12.1. Nice aspect ratio, but we're not going there. 12.4. There's a 14th. There's a 13.4. There's a 12.9, 14.5, a 12.6 in Fornax, a 14.2, 13.3, a 12.5, a 12.2, a 12.3, 15.5. We've seen enough of those now. Undeterminate galaxy, 7.7 by 0.2 arc minutes in Triangulum. And here is a nice one in Aretus. Like all the galaxies tonight, this one's well pronounced. NGC972, Galaxy in Aries, magnitude 11.4. 2 to 1 aspect ratio, 3.3 by 1.6, spiral with a lowercase ab, so it has a brightish core, 70 million light years distant, means it's probably about 75,000 light years in diameter. It's giving a nice presentation on the screen. Right ascension of 2 hours, 34 minutes, 13 seconds, with a declination of plus 29 degrees, 18 minutes, and 41 seconds. Skipping along, 12.8, 12.7, 13.1, 12.4, 13th magnitude, 14th, 15th, 13th, 14th, 12.5, 13.1, 12.8, 13.4, 10.9 in Fornax, but way too far south, minus 39 degrees. Outside of my boundary, besides the apple trees in the way. 14th, 12.4, 11th magnitude galaxy in Cetus, a little far south, but we'll go there anyway. Nice view of this last galaxy. I got 2 bars left on the camera. I think I'll run until we have 1, which means I may push into the 1000 series. NGC988 is galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 11, largish, 4.6 by 2.5 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase c, so not a very pronounced core. 67 million light years distant, puts it at probably about 80,000 light years in diameter. The galaxy is very close to that bright star. We're at right ascension 2 hours, 35 minutes, 27 seconds, with a declination of minus 9 degrees, 21 minutes, and 25. I will keep skipping to the next and giving you data until we find our next candidate study. 15th magnitude, 12.4, 11.7, and yes, we've scored a ring. Let's do that. All right. This is NGC 991, a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 11.7, 3 by 2.7 arc minutes, spiral with a bar and a ring. The ring will be about 4.5 magnitudes fainter, which puts it somewhere around 16.5, so it's going to be a tough C. We're at right ascension 2 hours, 35 minutes, 32 seconds, and also we've got a slightly southerly declination of minus 7 degrees, 9 minutes, and 16. If it had been overhead, we would probably have a decent shot at seeing the frontier, that an annulus around the core of a galaxy, the swept spiral arms that circle around, would reveal, because the sky darkness would be, contrast would be excellent. All right, I'm going to let it develop, however, and I'm going to skip on and let you have some more data. 12.6, a 13.6, another 13.6, 13.4, 13th magnitude, 14.5, 15.5, 13.5, 15.5, and that 15.5 was NGC 1000. We're going to push forward, 14.5, 13.1, the magnitude 11.4 in Perseus ought to be worth the trip. All right, with that 1 bar left on the camera, we're going to watch Messier 74, that galaxy in Pisces, formulate on the screen. I'll give you the data. Messier 74. I will include this in every video I put out that breaks down this this sampler for a while over the next couple of weeks. This is Messier 74. It's a galaxy in Pisces, magnitude 9.4, 10 by 9.4 arc minutes, 35 million light years distant, puts it about 100,000 light years in diameter. We're at right ascension 1 hour, 36 minutes, 41 seconds, with a declination of plus 15 degrees, 46 minutes, and 58 seconds. I am going to allow it to develop a little bit, and I'm going to say carpe noctem now, just in case the camera decides it wants to shut itself down because I'm not feeding it enough electricity. So let's watch this baby develop, see if we can turn up its spiralicity and its spiral arms. Nice, relatively face-on galaxy, a mere 35 million light years distant, well outside the bounds of the local group, by the way, which only goes out about 10 million light years. This one's 35. I don't know the NGC designation, so I can't give you the class, but we can look at it and say it's got a brightish core with some extension. It might be slightly barred. The spiral arms are really spiraling quite well. I don't know if it's got a annulus around it, but it does have a nice sense of frontier. So it could be a ringed galaxy. Be interesting to look up what its blue-violet magnitude is. Its visual magnitude, get its delta, because if it's around 0.5 to 0.8, it's pure spiral. 1 magnitude delta between the two is typically a lenticular, 1.5 and greater is typically an elliptical galaxy. All of this I have learned over the last couple of years of exploring galaxies and characterizing the way they look. I do not want my camera to shut off, so I'm going to say on its own, I'm going to say carpe noctem, and enjoy your night skies.